At first, everyone thought it was just an ordinary flood, until someone was suddenly dragged underwater by an unknown creature. Only then did people realize the true horror. A man stepped forward, trying to find his friend who had disappeared beneath the surface. He kept calling out, hoping for a response. Fortunately, his friend emerged from the water, but his left arm had been bitten off by something below. Just as the man was about to rush over, the creature dragged his friend back underwater. He vanished completely beneath the surface. As seawater flooded into the city, sharks from the ocean had followed the current in. Mary kept warning people about the sharks in the water, but by the time the man realized the danger, it was too late. He met the same fate as his friend, becoming food for the sharks. Watching the man being attacked, Anna, trapped in her car, found herself in grave danger. She was pinned by a tree branch and couldn't move. The car shielded Anna from the sharks but also imprisoned her inside. Anna was a pregnant woman about to give birth. Her belly was pressed down by a branch and no amount of struggling helped. She cried desperately for help. Fortunately, Mary heard Anna's cries. She wanted to call for help, but the water level was rising rapidly. By the time rescue arrived, the floodwater would have already swallowed Anna. Even more dangerous, Anna could go into labor at any moment. Time was critical. Mary didn't hesitate despite the sharks in the water. She jumped from the window and crawled toward Anna, along debris swept up by the flood. The wooden structure swayed precariously. One wrong move and she'd fall into the water where sharks circled below, seemingly waiting for her to drop. Mary clung to floating objects, carefully making her way toward Anna. Despite the close calls, she reached Anna's side safely. She pulled out a saw from her waist, cut through the car roof, then carefully sawed through the branch, pinning Anna down. After several agonizing minutes, Mary managed to pull Anna from the car just before the floodwater engulfed it. The two made their way back to the house along the same route, temporarily escaping the threat of the flood and sharks. However, as rainfall continued to intensify, the floodwater grew stronger. Debris from upstream was swept downstream, and with the force of the flood behind it, everything kept battering their house. Combined with prolonged water exposure, the structure wouldn't hold much longer. With rescue nowhere in sight, they had no choice but to save themselves. As Mary and Anna discussed their options, they remembered the boat the man had left behind. If they had the boat, they could escape even without rescue. The task naturally fell to Mary, but thinking about the sharks in the water made her hesitate. Just then, Anna showed signs of going into labor. Time was running out. Mary couldn't delay any longer. Under the cover of darkness, Mary spotted the small boat in the distance. She took a deep breath to calm herself. No matter how afraid she was, she had to make a choice. 3 lives depended on it. Mary first gathered objects that could create vibrations. She had heard that vibrations could mimic distress signals from injured fish, which might help lure the sharks away. She placed a bag containing vibrating devices on the water's surface. As the vibrations rippled through the water, the number of nearby sharks noticeably decreased. However, just after Mary entered the water, floodwater began pouring through the windows. Anna could only pray that Mary would bring the boat back quickly. Mary was swimming toward the boat with her flashlight when, unbeknownst to her, a massive shark was prowling nearby in the floodwater. Mary seemed to sense something and stopped swimming.